the Americans, they had to go out there because the Vietnam, they started that war. So the Americans, they had to go out there and settle down until they won the war. And what I heard about some ex-prisoners that were Vietnam, they said that those Vietnamese, they were really, those Chinese chinks, they used to have those horses, Shetland ponies, in other words. And they had them trained that when they would see a soldier, American soldier, they would go after him, even dogs. They had them trained. And they had a big corral, and this corral was big, it was round. So they would put a rope around the pony's neck. Then the one rope where they would tie the prisoners from their hands and make that homecoming horse. That horse to run all they could around that corral there, well, dragging the heck out of the prisoner until the prisoner would pass out. That he couldn't. But those Chinese would do with prisoners, mistreat them, not give them food. Treat them like worse than animals. Because the war, before Vietnam, Korea was the first one, and then the Chinese, the United States had to go to Korea. But we're talking now about Vietnam.
Yes.
But we had the first fight in Korea. That's what I knew. The fellow, he was my neighbor, the one that was in Korea. You won't mind if I keep on going talking about Korea?
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. This fellow, he was shrapnel hit him. So he used to suffer from these eardrums. He used to suffer from it. And then the poor man, in the years, he was all right, but he was a little off his mind. Not too much, but a little off. Then he said that the Vietnamese told the Chinese that they plant chili, and they said that chili is really hot. But the reason he said that they have to eat that hot chili is that they used to use for fertilizer. There was human fertilizer. You know what I mean? And they would make you sick, but they had their garden, and the hot chili would kill all those germs that they were eating. And Koreans, they would do the same thing to tie horses, those ponies, to tie them up and to drag the horses around that round corral. And those enemies, those Chinese, they were making fun of them and bucking them. They were when they would in Korea, they used to, the soldiers would run away, to go have fun. They used to go in a bar for those Koreans, and those Koreans would break that glass real small, and they used to put that stuff under their drink. And since the soldiers, they were ready to drink and wanted to drink and get drunk, they would go out there and drink. A lot of them came with their stomachs all shut up. It was in a gun and in a can, all that stuff that they would put in there. And then a lot of them, they came from Korea. That he never did use drugs here, working and everything. But when he went out there, he came with using drugs, marijuana and so on. That's what the Koreans used to do.
Do you remember seeing anything on on TV or anything about Korean War? Or
Did I heard anything on TV about them?
yes.
No, they didn't, and hardly showed too much from Korea or Vietnam on television. Maybe they did, but I didn't see them.
All right. Any photos that you've seen from friends from Korea? Any photos or videos or anything?
Oh, no, that fellow that used to live here that told me everything about Korea. And he said that they were the worst prison candidates that they could have. They used to treat them like heck. On the 7th of December, 1941, Sunday morning, that's when the Jets attacked Pearl Harbor. From Pearl Harbor, they went up to the Philippines. And then on the Philippines, there were more people in the Philippines from New Mexico than what there were from other. There were soldiers from other states, but there were more soldiers from New Mexico. There were in the Philippines. No, when the war started, on December the 7th, and those soldiers from in the Philippines, they fought until the 5th or the 6th of June. They had to give up because there was no help. They could get no help because the NIPs, the Japs, they were all over just like ants. They had them covered. Nothing could go out and nothing could get in. So that's they got them prisoners. And the Japs, when they fight, they shop with jeweler shops. They don't fight a fish fight like we do. They used to get a kick up at the Americans, or they used to fight. They used to make them fight each other, or else they would beat the heck out of them at fish fights. And that's where the Japs used to get the kicks. But all those, what the Japs used to do with the Americans, it was the Germans were the ones that brainwashed them, and they didn't restrict the American soldiers, prisoners. Yeah, there was a fellow here, he was from Turanes, Spanish, and he was one of those that he was a prisoner from the Germans. And he was one of them that the doctors had him, the Gestapo had him to feeding him rich food to bring him in with a woman, the rest.
Yeah.
And when he came out of there, he came sick from his stomach. And he used to go to the hospital every week for shots or something. And then the doctors couldn't do nothing about it because that infected his stomach from all that sickness that he had they endured. And he was sick. He had to drink to ease his pain. Okay, there was another day, he was drunk right in by the church, right in the Old Town Park. And well, I didn't see it, but this fellow, he did. He said that there was two cops that picked him up, the man couldn't walk, he was too drunk. Well, they were dragging him to the car. One of them got mad, and he got the nice stick, and hit him right in his stomach. That's where he passed out. He knocked him out. and the man was still totally drunk. And they took him to jail. 2 hours later or 3 hours later, he died. Then this fellow, well, the fellow that told me that he already passed out about 10 years ago. He told me that he saw it. In 3 hours, he was already dead in jail. And I told that guy, you didn't report that to the Veterans Hospital or the cops or anything. No, you feel was afraid. But I said, what? What were you afraid of? You're not a man, I told him. You went to war, yeah, but you don't count. You didn't go and to testify against those 2 cops what they done to him. So everything was closed, and the other one that saw it didn't want to say anything. But he was the one that told me what happened to his men in from Ranitz. He was a prisoner. The way they treated him all right and everything. But when he got out of there sick of his stomach. And the only thing to ease his pain was to drink it.